and up and running that I'm on. Um, y'all, don't swipe on this, but if you have not bookmarked my notification, I'm going to put it down there on the bottom and go ahead and give that a bookmark. Hey, y'all. I'm Jen with Four Hearts ABCs, and we're working on one of my print sets, you guys. This is um, the Rustic Sunflower um, ephemera uh, prints. And there are 12 sheets to this, you guys, and I'm just going to uh, craft and chat with you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy what you're seeing. And the prints are available in my shop, so if you want to get in there and check it out, that would be great. Last time I did my craft with me, we worked with the same basic kit. I know I'm upside down for y'all. The same basic kit, you guys, and we did these are the pieces that I made last time with the Rustic Sunflower scrapbooking kit. And so I made all of these cute little pieces here with that last time. And so this time I wanted to do the next step in the process. And I'm going to be working with the Rustic Sunflower ephemera uh, kit and keep going with this theme. So I'm going to set these aside and show you guys. I kind of have everything a little planned out here. So hopefully everything works out well. And so a couple supplies you're going to need, some scissors, your glue that you love. I like to use some distress ink and of course a paper trimmer. You might need some kind of pokey tool. I have a corner rounder, some scissors, or some a stapler. I have some stencils, some stamps, just the regular odds and ends that you need. Um, and ideally, you'll need a bone folder. I misplaced mine, so it's here somewhere. I may find it halfway through crafting, but as of right now, I do not have it. Now, I did go ahead and cut up this kit already, and I pre-inked a lot of it. And so just know that there are 12 sheets with this ephemera kit. I'm going to pin it at the bottom so that you guys can see what I'm working with. But if you go into my bin and you um, search on the search bar sunflower, it's going to pull up all the sunflower kits, you guys. So um, feel free to check those out. I have other prints and kits in there as well. So this is the sunflower kit that I'm working with. And like I said, I did kind of pre-plan it a little bit. And so we're just going to work. We're just going to get working. Y'all tell me where you're watching from tonight and what you got going on. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, let's jump in. Now, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna, and I know I'm upside down for y'all, but I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be doing for this kit. I don't know what I'm gonna be putting it in or where it's gonna go. So I'm just kind of winging it. But I did get a composition notebook from the Dollar Tree. I just unstitched it. These are the pages I'm using for my base pages on some of these. Yes, or last time when I craft and I worked with the journal kit, I did not put these on anything. Like I didn't make a decision on how I was going to do it. I just made them basically. So this time, because this is ephemera and it's a lot more smaller pieces, it's the little pockets and things like that. I do want to actually attach them to some kind of base. So I decided to go ahead and just grab a journal, get these pages pulled out, and I'll go ahead and just work with this as part of my um, setup here. So, okay, so I inked the spots that I could that were already exposed. I pre-scored, and now I'm just going to take and fold those score lines down. And because I cannot find my bone folder, we're just going to use the edge of a pair of scissors and just push down on those creases. We want them to be nice and tight and flat. And then I'm going to take some ink and just ink this up. I like the way it looks. You don't have to do that, but I think it kind of finishes it off. And well, hello, Texas Grammy. How are you today? You guys, tell me where you're watching from. What do you guys got going on? It's hot as Hades here in Southern Oregon, where I am. So I'm not really digging that. But we did have like really cool weather just like a week ago. So it's kind of weird. Okay, these journal pages, you guys, I just pulled these out of that composition book. So I've not scored them. I've not inked them. I've not done anything to them. So I'm just going to kind of press them down and give them a little bit. It's hot there too, yeah. But Texas is normally pretty hot though, right? I mean, I'm an Arizona girl, so I know about heat and all, but I know that Texas has like the humidity and like you guys get pretty hot. I know. So, okay, so I'm just gonna kind of ink up my pages a little bit. Just I may go back and ink them different. I may add another ink color and add to it. But for right now, I just want to make sure that I'm pretty much covered because I don't know where this is going to go, how it's going to go, but I do know the look that I want, which kind of goes with this set. It's rustic sunflower. It's kind of grungy looking. So I think this fits really well. Okay, so this, you guys, this is just like a coffee filter. For some reason, when I bought it, I bought a whole bunch of them, and they had this hole in it. I don't know what that's about, but that's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. But I do want to ink it up a little bit. So just going to kind of ink up some of these edges on here, and we're going to use this in our journal. It's one of the few things I'm adding in for sure this time. So get some ink up on there. We just want to add dimension in when we're doing this. Okay, so with this piece, I'm just going to fold it in half. This is made out of some really thick filter material. I don't even know. So I'm going to fold it in half, and then I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it again in half, and then again, maybe like so. Okay. So I just kind of want to get all kinds of ink on the edges on that. Okay. Woo, goodness sake. So there we go. We're all inked up. So now I'm just going to take this here and I'm just going to attach it probably maybe on the bottom corner area here. I'm using Fabrifix. It's like Fabri-Tac, I guess. Got it from the lobby, y'all. And so I'm just going to secure my pocket down with that. There we go. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I think I want it. Let's stick that on down. Give that a second to let the glue set up on that. And then my idea is that this is going to go in there. And you could stick little pieces of ephemera in all of these little things. They'll separate it out for you. So that's kind of my idea for that, is to add that little piece in there. You can actually even fold it in half and stick it in. There's plenty of room for that. Actually, I might do that. That looks a little bit better. So that's what I'm planning to do for that one. So let's go ahead and just sit this aside. Let that glue set up on there. And we're going to move on to the next page. So I have them all kind of set up and out of the way a little bit here. And like I said, I did like pre-ink as much as I could. Okay, so this one, I'm gonna do a belly band on this one. Then we have this little 4x6 here and a little tab. I have another little composition book. This one, I actually got this out thrifting. It's just a little booklet. So I've been pulling that apart. So this one I'm going to use. And then here is our base page. So let's get that base page set up and inked up so we could get going on this one. Like I said, I tried to ink as much as I could beforehand just so that we're not all sitting here watching me do this, but um, it's got to be done, y'all. It's got to be done. Anybody else not ink? I mean, does anybody not ink their pages? Um, Sometimes, you know, in the scrapbooking world, I wouldn't ink my pages if, like, the base of the project was white. Um, Sometimes that's nice not to have the inked pages, but because this is a rustic journal, I feel like everything has to be inked, and I like the distinction between all the different pages. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to create a little booklet with this. So I want to put this paper into on the back of this, but I do need it to go down a little bit in size. So I'm just going to take off a little bit on the sides here and kind of get rid of the rounded corners a little bit. Get that out of the way and then turn it over. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this, you guys. I'm not really measuring or. Hello, Nancy from Texas. How are you, my friend? We are just working on some journaling today. Working with my rustic sunflower ephemera prints. Okay, so I think that's a good size. I also like the size, but I'm just going to cut just that little tiny sliver off so that I can separate out these pages. So, okay, there we go. Just like that. That one's done. Okay, so here we go. And what I'm going to do to attach these pages to the is I have this little tab here. I'm just going to secure it with that tab and staple that on there. I think that'll look really cute. So let me make sure I like where my tab is and get my stapler. Oh, of course I don't have my stapler set up because you guys, I just went to the Dollar Tree today and got this stapler because I cannot for the life of me find my stapler. And for $1, what, $1.50, $1.75 now, who knows? You know, I was like, I might as well. Oh, please work. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Welcome in, you guys. Thanks for joining today. We're working with my prints of the rustic junk, or the rustic sunflower, and working on a junk journal. So kind of eyeballing where I think that tab should go. I do have the prints that I'm working with in the bin, and they are pinned at the bottom. So there we go. So there's just a little booklet there. So there's that. Put that aside, grab back our base page. I'm going to make this a belly band here. And it does go a little bit longer than my book page here. So I'm just going to grab my pencil and make a little, just a little mark and cut that little sliver off. Like I said, when we plan these out, we don't always plan it out knowing exactly what paper or project we're going to put it in. So sometimes they're a little bit big. Easy fix though. Okay, so now I'm going to just ink that little spot up where I cut that off. And this is a little bit of a different ink than I used when I prepped these papers, and I can't find the color I use. So I'm just gonna put it here, there, and give it just a little bit extra. Okay, so now we're gonna make this a belly band. So I'm going to give just the tiniest amount of Fabri-Tac glue on the little edges here. And maybe try to get it everywhere, right? Because that's fun. Okay, so I want this to go on there. Oh, I probably tacked that the wrong way. That's okay. Y'all, I don't like it. Wait a minute. There we go. We'll do this side. It's okay. I could glue it again later or ink it later, but I didn't like that. That was not gonna, that tab was not gonna go the right direction. Can't have that, right? Can't have that. Okay. So just kind of, so now we have our little booklet that is belly band down. I'll ink the edges later, but ta-da! So there's page 2. That one's ready to go. Super easy, super cute. All right, let's move on to the next, y'all. Another belly band here on this one. And then I'm working with these large tags. And these tags, you guys, they come 3 to a sheet set together. And I decided to cut mine apart, but you can leave them joined together and then just fold them and make an accordion fold that you could pull out and interactive if you wanted to. I did fussy cut out this sunflower. There are fussy cuts with this set as well. So I want to do something to the back of this one here. And so I'm going to take this stencil here and kind of line that up. I think most of my numbers are going to be backwards with that one. So let's go this way. Okay, there we go. Now we've got it the right direction. And I'm just going to add some numbers to the back here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfection and coverage, just a little something to add some pizzazz to the back of the tag. Now, all of my prints do come with blank backs, and I kind of like that. It gives you a spot that you can add your own personal touch. It gives you a blank slate that you can put another piece on there, and the color's not going to mess it up. There we go. So that's what I do. And so that's how my prints come. Okay, I'm just gonna get this ready to go here. Ink up my sides real fast. You know, I think I'm just going to ink the top and the bottom so I could put that belly band on and then ink up the edges, the other edges later. So you guys aren't watching me just ink away because that's boring, right? It's like watching paint dry. Okay, so this is again going to be a little smidge too long. So I'm gonna wanna cut that down just a tiny bit. So let's do that real fast. Okay. Go. And I'm just going to ink that up just a little bit. Use some of that color ink in other spots. It's better to ink now than try to ink later once it's already stuck down. Okay, so let's get, now this kit came with a whole page of belly bands like this, and you can use them as bookmarks. You could use them as belly bands. You could have, I could have used that page and just left it as a full page and just folded it and used it as a page in my journal. But I chose to go ahead and do the, oh, I think I want it over more towards the back here. I decided to go ahead and use it more for an actual, for belly bands for all the ephemera pieces. I thought that would be fun. I do have some extra pieces left, and I might, end up doing something like a, there we go. So it'll go something like that. But I might end up doing something a little bit different with the other ones, but we'll see. Okay, so now I want to put this here on there. I thought that would be really cute, but I also want to add something else. I want to add some dimension to it. So I have some washi tape with some numbers on there that I thought could be really cute. That piece is already like wanting to play along. Okay. So there we go. Just a little strip. And this washi tape is like backed with a protector sheet. So let's get that off of there. Well, hello, little Miss Crafty. How are you, my friend? I hope you saw all of my messages. Okay. Okay, now I can't get it off. Look. I was just saying this washi tape that I found has like a protector sheet on it. And of course, now I can't seem to get it back. Oh, you sent me back 3 messages. Well, I sent the messages and then I went live. So it's all right. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put some washi tape on down. Get some glue on there. Sticker this down. I kind of want it to stick over the sides a little bit. Let that dry a little bit. Okay. And then this will be able to go in and out. And then I think I'll probably put maybe a little number or a little something right there. I just don't have what I want right now. So there is something more coming. But I don't have it right now, so we're just going to leave it like that. But, try to do your clusters at least in threes, 5, 7s, a number that is odd. That's always a good thing to do. So put that page aside. And, oh my goodness, we're just flying through this, y'all. Believe it or not, yes, another belly band, another tab. But this one we'll do a little bit different. This time on the back of this, I want to add, I'm going to do it down the road. Okay, I'm going to add some paper to the back of this, but I have my paper underneath my pile of to be dones. So we're going to wait on that. But that is what's going to go on the back of here is paper. You know what? I'm even going to make myself a note because that's how I am and I will forget. Okay, so let's get this creased. And this time I'm actually going to do my belly band on the opposite side than what I did the last page so that it is a little bit different. Because I do want my pages to alternate a little bit. I don't want them all to be the exact same. And you guys, if you're just joining, we are working with the rustic sunflower ephemera kit today. And last time I did a craft with me, we were working with the rustic sunflower journaling kit. So, but I have it pinned at the bottom. If you're interested, go ahead and take advantage of that. You know what? No, I think I really do think this is better if it goes this direction. Okay. Okay. Thank you for sharing the show, my friend. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to mark that because, like I said, these belly bands are a little long for the paper I chose for my base paper. Okay, there we go. And sometimes you guys, when you're doing your belly bands, try to go this direction as well. It just creates interest, the different directions. But I do feel like this pattern is very directional. So I kind of want to stick with the direction I think it needs to go. But you definitely can do that. Okay, go. Like I said, because I am using a different color of ink, I'm just going to go around a little bit on where I've already inked to add that color in while I'm here. And you guys, because I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do with these prints when I first cut them out, I did ink all of the sides. If I had a piece that I didn't know what I was going to do with it, I inked all the sides of it just to be sure I was ready to go. So, okay, so let's glue this one down. This set does come with 12 printed sheets. Um, and then you just cut them out, but you don't have to. You can make some just come with come like put together in sets of 3. I could have left them in the set of 3, and I could have just made like an accordion fold interactive piece, movable piece. But I just chose to cut them apart, make them into tags because I just wasn't sure exactly what I was going to be doing with them. So this one is going to get um, paper put on the backside once I get to it. So we'll just move that out of the way and we're moving on to the next one. Okay. So there are some really pretty tickets on this. I love this. The tickets come in a set of 2 rows, and I just cut it in half so I could have more to play with. And then this sheet here comes with 2 4x6s as well. You can leave it as one big sheet. You could cut it apart like I did here. It's totally up to you and what you want to do. But I thought that this is such a pretty piece here. I am going to, believe it or not, we're going to make another belly band. Right? It's like a snippet strip. I'm going to make it another belly band, you guys. How fun is this going to be? Okay, so what I'm going to do though, let me get this out of the way. Let me get my paper squared up here. This has been so much fun working with this set. Um, and I have some ideas of what I might do with it, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know exactly what I want to do. So we're just rolling with it. But I do know I want it to be rustic, so I'm making sure I ink everything. I do want to do the inside of this page as well. I'm just going to do the upper part right now on screen because who likes to watch people inking pages? Not me. So, but that's where I'm going to glue something to it, and I don't want it to not have its ink. So here we go. We're just going to do it. Get it inked up. Now, I did just get this base paper, out of a composition notebook. So it's not like super thick, but I think by the time we add all the elements to it, it's going to be just fine. Okay, so here we go. This is what I'm going to be doing, is putting this on as a belly band. And I want it to, I want it to crease over the top of the page. So I'm just going to mark right there. And then we're going to move that to the side. I'm going to grab, I took this one here, you guys, and I took the blade out and I'm just using it as a creasing tool. And I cannot find my bone finder because we started a project the other day and I misplaced it within like the first couple minutes of the live. So we're adapting and working with what we have until I find it again. So I'm just going to score that ticket on that side and then take it and score it again on this side. Let's see. With my handy dandy ruler, you know, because that's how we do things. Okay. Get that out of the way. Going to now fold this piece over. And just like that, we have our belly band, y'all. Okay, so it's going to go like that, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, so what I want to do is add my glue, just a tiny bit up here on this side. Going to add plenty of it here on this side. So I'm going to stick that whole thing down. Tiny bit down here. And cover up this whole side. There we go. Okay. If I get my page right, we're gonna do good here. Okay. So I probably want it towards, you know, towards the side, maybe a little bit to the middle, but glue that down, glue that down. Okay, we might be a little tiny bit off. Let's see. Give it a little bit more room up here. There we go. That's good. Okay. And just like that, we have our belly band. Now on the back of this here, I think I want to create a aligned journaling spot. So I bought this lined stamp here from a local craft store. I think maybe Michael's. I don't remember. So just going to ink it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. If I miss some spots, that's okay. The imperfect is actually really nice. So stick that down. Okay. And then I'm just going to do a little bit more on the bottom. No, like no perfection here. I'm kind of an eyeballer and I like the rustic look. So to me, it's no big deal if it's not perfect. Close enough. Because it's a junk journal, right? Not that it needs to necessarily be junky, but okay. So then you guys, I have these stencils that I got the other day and I thought they were kind of cool, but I just got today, I was out earlier today and I just got another new stamp set. So I think I want to combine the two and put something fun on here. So let's see. What do I want to do? Okay, I think I want that one. Okay, I think I want that one. And then, there we go. We'll do that. Or maybe that. Let me see. Indecision, y'all. Or maybe just, there we go. We'll do that. That'll look good. Okay. So we're just going to take the remainder of the ink and the ink thing here. To just make a little who's the what's it there, wiggly lines. And then I'm going to grab this one. We're going to, oh, I love it. Okay. I'm going to stick it on my handy dandy ruler. Because that's what that's for, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. Okay. There we go. And see if I could get my number, if I could see what direction this is supposed to go. Oh, Lord. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, the lines go like so. Okay. Got it, y'all. Got it. I don't know if this is going to be right, though, but I think it is. Oh, for Pete's sakes. Ta-da! I've committed. It's down. That's it. That's all we got. There we go. Seattle, Washington. Who knew? Okay. There we go. Seattle, Washington. Now we've got them. And put that one right there. Done. Okay. So now we've got a little pizzazz on our page. Little journaling spot. Tuck that one right in there. Maybe. Get it there. The glue's a little stiff on there. There we go. Ta-da! Just like that. Now we could add pizzazz to the tickets and all that, but right now this is the base. It's good. Move that to the side and move on. Okay. Oh, this one, y'all. This one's got some tricks to it. Okay. All right. This one. Let's start by getting our base paper folded and inked up. And this time I'm going to ink the side of it here. Because that's the side we're going to attach things to. And then I'll ink the other sides later. Hopefully. Wait, let me think about it. Maybe I want to do it from the base side. That might be a little sturdier to do that. Hold up. Think this through. Well, no. Well, I don't know. We'll get it put together. We'll figure it out. Okay. So put this aside. Now let's work on this. Okay, so we've got these three here. We've got these two pieces here. And then we've got the base. Okay, the base is empty on this side here. And sorry, I'm trying to think. My brain is trying to think this out. Okay, so I need to cut this here. Okay, and this is the best way I have found to do this. So bear with me as I try this out. Okay, so I'm going to line up the best I can with that line. If it's not perfect, that's okay. I'm all right with that. Because that's kind of how I craft. I'm not really like super touchy about things being perfect myself. Okay. But we basically just want to cut out those little slots. I don't think I did a very good job. That's okay. We're making it work. It'll look just fine in the end. It's a junk journal. Okay. So I've got those kind of pre-cut a little bit. And now I'm just going to kind of go around and fussy cut the rest of it. I didn't do too bad on this first one. I think it's the next two that I kind of got a little overexcited. Okay, close enough, right? Close enough. Maybe take a little bit more off the edge over here. Okay. Well, if you had an X-Acto knife, you totally could use that, which would probably make it even cleaner of a cut. Let's. I could have just sliced open the edge of this or the middle of this, and then got my scissors in there. Oh, I'm not like a super great cutter. It's really funny because I was like sitting there thinking, oh, I was probably the best cutter in kindergarten. No, probably not. Probably not. But that's okay. It's a junk journal. That's what I say. We're making this rustic. We're getting it done. Okay, close enough. There we go. So now that we have that, I'm going to take my ink and I'm just going to ink up. Just kind of grunge that up a little bit. Hide my imperfections a little bit. That's why we love inking, y'all, because it makes things look good. It makes it look good. It hides some things. And no one has to know. No one has to know that we were trying to be a kindergartner again and get our skills worked out. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got it. Just like that. Okay. So now what we want to do, I already pre-scored this. No, I didn't. I'm a fibber, y'all. I fibbed to you. I did not pre-score this. I pre-scored everything else but this piece, apparently. Well, all right. Let's score it then. Let's do it. With her handy dandy ruler, because apparently that's the tool to use. And go to this side. It's nice because I have indication marks on this print to help know where to score and fold. So, okay. Now we're in business. Let's get this folded over. Okay. And then this piece folds. Okay, now we have a decision to make. Okay, so let me tell you how this is going to work. So, you could either glue this down to here, and we're going to have pockets like so. Okay, like so. Or you could glue it down to here, right? And you're still going to have your pockets, but then this could be attached to something else and flip, if that makes sense. So this one here would be a pocket all to itself, or you could use this to flip. Okay, your choice, but I love the idea that we're going to do, we're going to attach this to the next page. So I'm actually going to just glue the very edge here and close this up. Okay. So I'm going to do it on all three sides, like so. Just the tiniest bit of glue right at the edge. Okay. Stuff like strings. I don't like that, but okay. And you just want to make sure that you don't get any glue here. Now you could totally, and I might maybe wanted to do that, add something behind here so that it's not stark white. And I didn't do that, but I think what I probably will do is just get in there and add some of this ink in there so it's not stark white when those tags aren't in place. Oh, if I could open my, there we go. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you for joining tonight. We're working with the Rustic Sunflower Kit. I have that pinned in there. Okay, so let's attach this part, you guys. So what I'm thinking is I think I want to attach it to the edge, okay, and have it flip out. So, yeah. Okay, so I need to ink my edge right here, y'all, because I want to make sure that I have everything prepped and ready, and I'm not like regretting and having to ink right up against a surface I'm not happy with. Okay. And I can ink the other sides later down the road, but this I want to make sure is getting inked right. Okay. So let's add some glue on this part. Right there. And let's see. I think I maybe want it to go a little more towards the bottom of my booklet. So I just did that opposite of what I wanted, y'all. Y'all see that? Check me out. All right. Shh. Don't tell anyone. It's just fine. I just inked this side. And this is the side that's inked. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be just fine. A little bit of glue on the other side doesn't, hurt no one. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. Okay. What is crafting if we don't make mistakes, right? Okay, so what are we going to do to fix that? Because now there's tacky glue on here. We're going to washi tape it. We're just going to put some washi tape on there. Let's just do that. Okay. I like it. Let's do it. Okie dokie. So because I put the glue on the wrong side, we're just going to add some washi tape. And it's going to be all good. We can improvise. We know how to do this. See, you guys, you don't have to stress. Crafting is supposed to be fun. If it's stressful, we're doing something wrong. Like that, I think it's crooked. There we go. Okay. And we fixed it. Just like that. Okay. Ta-da. Okay, so this page now has this pocket goes in first. Okay. This pocket goes in second, or this tag goes in second. I need to get in frame. And then this one goes in third. Okay. So you can, we can decorate these up. I'm going to punch little holes, add tabs, all the things. But now we have this side. I need to crease that down. Sorry, y'all, that noise is irritating. Get that creased. Okay. And what I wanted to do with this one is I wanted to add another little pocket tuck here. So I glue this on the 3 corners. Like so. I just go to this edge over here and make that little pocket. Now, if you had decided you wanted to make this piece a standalone piece, you could have glued 3 sides of this and made this a pocket, but this pretty paper needed to show. So I decided to make it interactive like that. Now, when I do the booklet, when I put this into the booklet, obviously I don't care for this, but I'm probably going to do something over the edge here to hide that, whatever I decide to do on this page. So there we go, you guys. There's that one. And let's move on to the next. You guys, this kit has so much in the 12 papers. It ended up making, it's going to make so much. I'm so in love with it. Okay, let's get this put together. So this is kind of the vision I had going on. We've got a big, large tag. We've got a smaller little pull-out card here. We have a pocket and then another little pocket and then our base page. So let's get this going. Line up my base page. Give it the crease. And if you guys, you know, if you don't like all of your pieces going on the outside, just remember we can always at the end before we put it in, like flip our pages around. You know, it doesn't have to be, uh, it doesn't all have to be one dimension, one sided, one. Uh, so don't stress about that. Okay. So I ink this up. Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't really have to ink it, y'all. I'm just getting overly excited here. Okay, let's do this. I already pre-scored my pockets. Sort of fold those down, burnish the edge. There we go. Y'all, I went to the Dollar Tree today and I was getting some junk journaling supplies and such. And holy cow, they are getting crazy at the Dollar Tree. Some of their stuff is still $1.25, which I love, you know, hooray. But a few of their stuff, a few of their items were, I think I paid $3 for something. All the books, the coloring books and stuff. This here is a sponge dauber. I don't know if this is Tim Holtz. I can't remember who this is. But it has like a little Velcro situation going on here. Um, there is a bigger one you can get as well. You can also get little finger ones that you put in there and you use. Um, Someone on this platform, I don't remember who it is, but she uses like an old um, like glue stick top, and then she went to the Dollar Tree and got um, those little felt things that you put on furniture. And you're welcome. And she's using that for her dauber. I mean, I've used Dollar Tree sponges before and cut them apart, like in the bath sponges. I've used that before to spread my ink. And you can actually just take your ink and just like rub it on your stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? Paper towel may be a little bit rough, though, I would think, but I mean, everybody can do. I mean, you could do however it works, you know. Okay, I think I am going to center this a little bit. Make sure my tag is going to, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. Okay. I'm going to hold that down for just a minute. Let that glue do its thing. Now, you guys, I'm using Fabrifix for my glue. It's like Fabri-Tac, I guess. I got it in the ooh, what am I thinking? I got it in the sewing section at the lobby. Um, but you can use any kind of glue you want. You just, if you use like a tape runner, make sure it says permanent, and even that sometimes wants to come up. It isn't the best product to use because these junk journals, you know, we tend to use them and manipulate the stuff in them a lot. So this piece here, you guys, I'm just going to do the 3 edges and make this a pocket on top of a pocket. Okay. Gosh, stuff is like stringy. I feel like that's a little, but it's okay. And then I'm just going to put that down at the bottom here. Just like so. Screw that down. Okay. All that's string. Let's get our tag and our other piece here. Now these little tags come with the kit, and you just fussy cut them out. They're really not too hard to fussy cut. Fussy cut's not my thing, to be honest. Let's do this edge. I don't think I did the edge on the other ones, but you know, as I go through the journal and put it together, I'll probably like double check everything and make sure that I'm happy with by distressing and everything on all my pages. And then I'm gonna ink that one up. So this comes with 2 different sizes of this kind of tab, and then it comes with this tab here. So 3 different tabs. That's pretty good. So I'm going to add the tabs to the journal now. You're just going to or the tags. You basically are going to ink both sides and then just stick it on there. There we go. You probably could have just added glue to one side on the top, but that's okay. Double glue isn't going to hurt nothing. So now we have that going on. Okay. And then same thing on this one. And this one I want to put at the top here. Let's see. Could have been a little more centered, but that's okay. Whew. Glue going everywhere. There we go. And now we have our little tab. Okay. And this has probably had enough time to dry, so that goes in there. This one goes in there. And that one's done, you guys. We could add a little embellishment and things down here. That all could be done down the road. Let's move on to the next page. Just like that. We'll go ahead and fold this little tab. Get it inked. Okay. And then, oh, I just realized, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. I inked up my other. I know, isn't this so fun? I love this. And I think I'm going to put it with my fashion prints that I have in the bin, just because I really like the look of the yellow and blue. There's also the school days that could go with it really well. Okay, just inking up my edges. I wanted to try to share with you guys as much of the kit in the way it comes as I could, with it being pre-cut out. So I didn't actually I didn't do any of the folding of the pockets and stuff. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit of ink to these pages because it is a different ink color than what I already did. So, okay. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. Now I'm going to get my base page again. I just want to stir it up. I want to make sure that it's touch anything to it. I'm going to go back and ink it all and make it nice and neat, but I wanted to make sure I have that. The last one I did the pocket on, the center is over here, so I'm just going to flip it over and do it a little different this time, just so there's a little variety going on. So let's put this glue on there. Is anyone doing anything special tonight? I know it's a weekday. Like, do we do anything special on weekdays? But it's the summer, so I don't know. We might, right? We're not doing anything here. I don't even think we're making dinner. I think dinner has been decided to be a, like, everybody fend for themselves kind of night. So, okay, I'm going to go up a little higher, I think, this time than I did last time because I don't have. Oh, you're making mini bennies. Oh, exciting. Exciting. I went and got a couple of things from the lobby today for mine. We're going to be in, you guys bookmark our upcoming train. We're going to be doing a mini vignette train. Little Miss Crafty myself. Okay. What did I want to do here? I was thinking this is going to go here on there. Maybe I'll put it down a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. And then, okay, I think I want the tab to go on this tall one. So we're going to add that. But I did find what I was looking for at the lobby for my mini bennies. I need to work on those, probably get them made all up tomorrow. Now that I got all my supplies that I wanted. But I have them mostly planned. I mean, we are, I did find what I was looking for. They're not necessarily blueberries. Oh, that's crooked, but that's okay. They're not necessarily blueberries, but I kind of knew that already. And then, so, okay, I'm going to put this down on here. I want some of it coming up over the lip. I want some of it coming down. So what I think I'm going to do is just add it to the envelope here. Add the glue. There we go. I think that'll be good. It's quite a bit of glue. This is not going anywhere, y'all. It's not going nowhere. Okay. And again, I probably will. Oh, I think I wanted it over a smidge. Good. My glue's still good. Okay. I think I probably will definitely be adding more elements to this just because I like that look of a bundle of things. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, wait. Let's add some washi tape. Let's do that. Let's do that. That'll at least be one more element to this. While I'm thinking about it. Oh, for Pete's sakes, if I could get the backer off of this special washi tape. I've never had washi tape with backing on it before. Have you guys seen that? Have you experienced this? Not my favorite, not gonna lie. I kind of, at first I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, but not really a fan because it's kind of a pain to work with. Got it, y'all. Okay. And washi tape is not the stickiest, so I could probably use a little bit of glue on there to secure it down better, but we're gonna be wild and daring, and we're just going to roll with it the way it comes. We can always add glue if it starts to come up. It is weird. I thought so too. Okay. Whoop. Lost my embellishment. Okay, here we go. This time, I'm going to add, hello, my friend. I'm going to add the tab this time to the smaller of the two. And then we got a B and all the tags and all the things. There we go. So let's fold our pocket. We are working with the rustic junk or the rustic sunflower. I keep wanting to say rustic junk. Rustic sunflower ephemera kit today out of the printables in my bin. Just kind of getting these pieces put together, and then we're going to eventually be putting it into some kind of junk journal. Ink up the edges of the pocket. Yeah, this kit, I'm loving this kit. It is so good. I'm gonna add just a little bit extra ink to these. And then because this one's not gonna get the same tab, I wanna ink it up a little bit more. Get a little more rustic looking. Okay. That away. Okay, here we go. Get out the glue, y'all. It's gluing time. Okay. Let's glue this tab onto the smaller of the two pieces. Little Miss Crafty, is this going to be one you have to have this set? I don't know. It's pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Okay. There we go. It is. It's absolutely fabulous. And the funny thing is I need like a adhesive eraser. I love sunflowers. I don't have any, but when I first had my first house, I grew sunflowers on my side yard because they were the easiest things to grow. Um, like it's almost foolproof for a garden to have sunflowers. Boy, I am like the messiest gluer ever. Okay. Make sure you don't get any glue on the inside of your pocket because that's not where you want it. Okay. Here we go. Did I? I did not. I did not crease my base page and make sure it's squared up. Okay. Here we go. I think that might be a little too high, but let's see. Oh, nope, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll barely be good, but it'll be good. So there we go. Okay. And then I just want to add this cute little bee, and I kind of want it to stick up over the edge right there. And make sure my glue's on there. There we go. Let him sit for just a second. Okay, so the back of this one, I want to add paper to. So I'm going to write on it again with my pencil because I will forget what I'm thinking I want to do. Okay, so that goes in there like so. And then this one goes in like that. And then I'll probably add more down here for embellishments as we go along. On to the next. Look at how fast this kit's coming together. I mean, I think cutting it is probably what takes the longest. Cutting it and inking it probably takes the longest. But once you've kind of like got your plan together of what you want to do with the pieces, it goes together so fast. Um, and then it's just ready to go into a journal and your signatures and such. I'm really jazzed. Ideally, like I would have put a lot of this ephemera on a bunch of different types of paper, but I think it'll be okay because it's going into a journal with other things and it's not going to be just these elements. So I think it'll work out just fine. I actually did just get today a couple of sunflower pieces that I'm going to make a dangle with for this. I think that's going to be so cute. Add a little dangle charm or something to this when I get it put into a book. Okay. That closed up. Okay, so this one is a corner pocket, of course. So I do want to ink my corner real fast because I do feel like that's something that's not going to be able to be inked down the road once I put this piece in place. We want to work smarter, not harder. Okay, as far as that's concerned. So, okay. So I want this corner pocket to go on, and when I put it on, oh, that's upside down. Yo, there we go. We got to go this direction. Now this does, I mean, it's, you can put it up this way, but then that's a weird tuck. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you're going the right direction. So let's try that inking corner again. But when you're putting these corners in place, if you are putting them in place before you have your signature put together, like I am, you want to be aware of how much space it's going to take in the binding for your signature to go in. So I don't want to go like right up against the very edge here. I want to scoot it over a little bit so that as the pages go together, there is some wiggle room here. So let's do that. Get this one put in place. And I like that this kit has all kinds of different pockets. Not all the pockets are the exact same. It just creates interest in the different ways we're doing different things. I love it. I think it's so good. Okay. Got there. So this pocket's going to hold this cutie and this one. You could go either way with it, but just a little tuck, a little something in there. So that one's done. Let's set that aside. Move on to the next, which is another corner pocket. This one I put a few more pieces of ephemera with the pocket. Get that crease down. Oh, I really wish I could find that bone folder. I know it didn't grow legs and walk away. It's got to be here somewhere. It's just hiding from me. It doesn't want to be used, apparently. Okay. Add a little bit in here just so it blends nice. A little bit up there on this ticket. Put on that. Okay. And then we're going to square up our page. Hold that down. Okay, so let's look at this so we do it right this time. So we have our flowers going this way. So we want to make sure we're going up against the edge over here. So let's ink this side up. I'll finish inking everything down the road. I just want to ink up where I'm placing my pieces so that we're not fighting the pieces when we go to ink things up. Okay. Add some glue. Okay, here we go. Stick that down. Remembering to leave a little bit of space for your binding on there. And I totally could have put this up on the edge here, but because I am using a thinner paper, I don't want to necessarily do that. Okay. On this one, I'm going to add a little tab. That inked. Okay. And this time I'm going to attach my tab. Go with my stapler. Nothing fancy, just got it from the Dollar Tree today. I have a million staplers. Can I find them? No. Okay, so then this one, I wanted to add this little piece here of ephemera. So we're going to add that on there just to give it something a little bit different than the other corner pocket. Okay. And then I'll probably add, you know, like I said, a couple of other elements to it as I go along, just because I like it in clusters. But this is what I had right now, and I knew I wanted to use that, so we're going to put that there, and that just tucks in there like so. Trying to watch where that glue is, so put that aside. Move on to the next, y'all. Oh my goodness, we have 1, 2, 3, I think 4 more pages, you guys. 4 more pages, and then we've pretty much done our kit here. It's like I said, it's going so fast. I love it. Okay, here we go. And you know, the flatter you could get your paper to lay, the better your results are going to be in the end of your journal. It's not going to be so bulky, and it'll look nicer. So just think of that when you're doing your pieces. You just want to, you know, try to crease down and push on those pieces as much as possible. I probably will go through and actually use my bone folder and score all of, do all the edges of my papers before I do that. I know, I love that. Because, you know, life happens and you can't always just do everything all at one time and just sit and, I mean, we would all love to just sit and craft all day long, right? But sometimes we have to uh, start and stop a project. And I love that this one has multiple, this set has multiple parts and pieces to it, and you can kind of customize um, how you want to do your elements. So, okay, so this one has the little pocket. I think I'm just going to kind of go towards the spine a little bit, but not all the way, but I want it offset. I don't want it centered on my paper. It just gives a little bit of visual interest, I think. So let's go ahead and glue this one up. And again, this pocket is a little bit different than the other ones we've had already. It's got rounded edges on it. kind of fun. Just a little bit different. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Okay, and then this one here, we're just going to add this on there, but I want to back this card with something, so I'm not going to go all the way. I'm just going to attach it with just a little bit of glue on this side. And then I'll go back and finish attaching the tab after I get the other side covered like I want. There we go. Okay. So then that will go in there like so. So that one's going to be set aside. We'll move on to the next one. Another pocket. This this ephemera kit came with so many pockets, which is so fun because it just creates a lot of interaction in your journal. I'm gonna put it with um, another print set that doesn't have as many, doesn't have as much like ephemera with it. It's just paper prints. So all the interaction parts will be so nice of this part because the others don't have as much, if that makes sense. So um, kind of excited about that. Not to say we're not going to make some interactive pieces with the other print, but okay. Just adding a little bit of this ink color because I don't have it in other, I don't have the right color here, but there's no wrong color. It's just, I like my pieces to coordinate. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? All right. So there we go. Okay. Square up my journal base. Go. Okay, the last one I did, the spine was on this side, so I'm just going to flip that over just for variety and put it on this side. And really, I mean, you could, there's enough here. If you were going to do what I'm going to do and combine it with another um, themed print and package, you could, there's enough here. You could do 2 different journals out of how much is here. Like there's so much. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, get that. Go. This one's really pretty. I like this print with the orange in there. It's a little bit different than some of the others. Okay, so let that dry and let's glue this one down. Ooh, do I want to do something different to the back of this? Maybe I do. Hold on. I know what I want to do on this. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think I want to attach one of these to this. So we have this little piece here. I'm just going to cut it down and then going to glue that to the back just so it's a little bit different than the other ones. So we're going to take that edge off. Put that aside. Oh gosh, we got a lot here. Just kidding. Okay, and I'm going to get rid of that rounded. No, we're not. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that rounded edge. Lord almighty, this cutter is like, no, you're not. I'm not going to do it. Okay. Okay, not perfect. It's all right. Just adds character, y'all. Just adds character. Okay. So let's get some glue on this. Oh, wait a minute. I do think I need to add a little bit of pizzazz to this. Junk it up a little bit. Oh, that's bugging me, y'all. Can't. I can't have it. I can't have it. I don't mind frayed edges like on my fabric and stuff, but my paper, not so much. Okay. There we go. That's a little bit better. That'll look nice. Okay. Okay. And I don't want it to be clumpy, so I'm just gonna kind of smooth it out just a little. And it doesn't really matter which direction it is because it's just lined paper, y'all. Okay, there we go. That's better. I like that. Little journaling spot. Okay. Now I want to attach this to it. And I just kind of wanted that to be down already because this is going to touch just a little bit. And I wanted to make sure that it looked purposeful where everything is laying. Okay. Pretty close to center. That needs to go down just a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's going to go right in there. And that one's done. Ready to go. Okay, y'all. Here's our next one. This one's one of those that's a little, it's going to be complicated here. Oh, good night, little Miss Crafty. Thank you so much for hanging out, my friend. I appreciate you. Okay, this one has like a little guide to it because there's a few pieces here, a little way that we're going to be doing this. Okay, so let's set these pieces over. This piece does not come with this. I'm actually adding this separate. So we're going to set that aside, square up my page here. There we go. There we go. Okay. And so this is the first piece, okay? This is the back piece right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to secure that down, but I want it to be an envelope. So I'm going to I'm only going to do the 3 sides of this. So put that on there, 3 sides. And welcome in. How are you tonight? Thank you for joining us. We're just crafting away, working on getting some stuff done and ready for a junk journal. Okay, so this is going to be a pocket, so I'm just going to put that down. Again, just gluing the 3 sides so the top is open. Okay. All right. Then the next step, it says we're going to secure this down, and this is going to just be tacked on this. Wait. Don't do it wrong, Jen. There we go. It's going to be tacked down on this side. Okay, so am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I think I'm right. I think I got this. So just glue this one little piece right there. That's going to go here up against this edge. Okay. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with this other piece over here. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining. We are just chatting and crafting tonight. Let me know if you have any questions. We got items and prints in the bin. And the prints that I'm working with tonight are pinned at the bottom of the screen. So, okay, so these tack those two down. Okay. Then we're going to grab this piece right here. And this one is going to be tacked on the sides here, and on the bottom. So on the three sides, leaving this smaller top piece. Just a little bead of glue on there. Put that on down. Okay. And now we have our little envelope pocket made. So this piece here that I'm adding in, that's going up top to be a little pocket there. And then this piece here is what goes in between these green pieces. If I could get it to work for me. There we go. It's a little bit of a tight fit, but sometimes when you wiggle them around a little bit, they become a little bit easier. Okay. So that goes in there. And then this piece slides right in the front here in this little pocket here. So there we go. Now we have 1, 2, 3 different interactive pieces on that one. So this page is done. I'll put this aside. You don't need that. I'll probably add embellishments down now. This one's done. Let's move on to the next. And this one, I actually put a lot of pieces here. So let's see what we're gonna do. Okay, so this one's gonna be a belly band. This one I'm gonna put together here in a second. This is gonna be another belly band. And then this is going to be the first piece that slides folded. Okay. I want to ink my base page so when I glue things down, I don't have to stress because everything's been glued in place and it's too hard to get in there with the ink. Okay. And then because I am going to be doing something on the inside piece, I'm going to also get my glue in here or my ink in here as well. Get that done. And then I'll go back and ink the rest of the paper down the road when I'm getting all the finishing touches in place. But today we're working with the Rustic Sunflower Ephemera, and so we're just getting the basics put together. Okay. So I want it to go, yeah, I think I want it to go on this side with the spine on this. Okay. So this is going to be the first belly band. It is a little bit longer than we need it to be. So I'm just going to mark that, get out my paper trimmer, and just trim that little tiny bit off. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Give that a little bit of ink. And then just, I'd already inked these, but I have a different color than what I originally inked. So I'm just giving it a little extra. Okay. So this piece, we're just going to glue the top and the bottom. Just a little bead of glue there. Okay. And then I think I'm gonna mostly, basically center it. Eyeballing it, of course, because that's how we do. Okay. Okay. I set that aside. Let that glue set up for a second. So then I'm going to work on this piece here, and this one I'm going to add this tab on there, and I just want to make sure that I'm going the right direction, adding the tab on the right direction, so I can pull out the tab the right way. Fold my tab, ink the edge of that. And again, I think this time I'm just going to give it a little staple. No, thank you. Let's see. Do I like that or do I like this? I think I like this color. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Ah, if I can get my fingers to work, y'all. There we go. Just stapled that on there. No big deal. So that's going to just slide in and out right there and give a little journal spot here. I might add something to the back here, but right now that is good just like that. And then we're going to do the next part of the belly band, and we're actually going to add a second belly band over the top of this one here with these tickets. And so what I want to do is mark on here um, where I'm going to fold those over there, down here. Okay. And then I'm going to get and score that again. That looks good. And bring it over. Score it again. That out of the way. I'm going to fold that over. Give it a little ink. Okay. So this is going to go, I don't think I really want it centered, like right down the center. I think I kind of want it over a little bit. So I'm going to go like that. I think I like it like that. Okay. Flip this over and then just kind of hold it in place and put the glue down. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty centered, top and bottom. Ooh, got like a glue ball or something on there. We don't want that. Okay. So let's lay that down on there. And then we'll go to this side. And before I lay that down, I want to look and see. I want to make sure I should have it where I want it. Oh, it's pretty good. Okay. Lay that down. There we go. And there we go. So now we have the second little belly band on there. And so this piece is going, there we go. Flip it this way. This piece is going in like that. Hello. And then let's work on our next piece that is going to be our second slide in and out. And again, make sure you have your piece where you want it, which direction you're going to want it, because you're not going to want to put your tab over here and then you're pulling up against the edge of your book. So I want to make sure I put this tab over on this side, and I already scored my tab, so it's ready to be folded. But these, you know, if you don't score them, it's not a big deal because these tabs are so little that it'd be easy to fold those. But this is 110-pound cardstock that I print these on. So there's some resistance for sure. The paper is pretty good. Okay, so eyeball the center here and just secure that little tab down. Okay, so this one we stapled, this one I glued. It'll just look a little bit different. Okay, so then I thought that this would be kind of fun to make this piece interactive in itself. So I have this ticket here, and what I was thinking I wanted to do is to have the ticket be something that was a flip out itself. So I'm going to score right here on the side where the little dashed line of the ticket is. I'm just going to score. Oops, well, grab the wrong one, but that's okay. Just going to score this. Right down on that. Fold that over. And I don't think it really matters which way this goes, but I'm going to go this way with it. So this part right here is going to just be able to be folded open. I might put something right there. And this part is going to be glued down and secured. So I'm going to get my glue on that. There we go. And if you guys are joining and you missed any of this, you could definitely watch on my YouTube channel. It is the same as my name here on Whatnot. 4 Hearts ABCs. There we go. Just kind of giving that. And so now that just folds like so. So cute. Oh my goodness, I love it. I love all the interactive pieces. So with that glue to stick on there. Okay, so that one's ready to go. And now we can move on to the next one. Oh my goodness, so much fun. Okay. So this next one here, again, this one's going to be a little bit of a complicated, but this is our last piece, you guys. Our last piece in this ephemera kit. So here we go. Let's get all these pieces put together. Okay, I'm going to put these two and this one together first. This is our little tag. So I'm going to ink up this little bee. And like I said, if you guys pre-plan your bee, don't glue down. If you pre-plan your stuff, you can really make this go fast. I mean, okay, I'm gonna put him right there. And I want him kind of flying off a little bit. Get the glue off of there. Okay, and then I have my key here. I was gonna just kind of throw that down on there. Give that some glue. Again, just, you know, adding different elements to give it some interest. Who doesn't like a good key in the middle of the meadow? It's the key to life, right? It's the key to life. Go. And then I'm just going to put this number here for some more interest. Did I get this on 8? No. Let's ink up this number. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Okay. As I make a mess of everything goes sliding. Okay. Here we go. Let's ink that up a little bit. Again, this was Fussy Cat, but this number is not part of this kit. It is part of a vintage. It's part of a vintage numbers tag set. So, but everything else, for the most part, all the different pieces that you're seeing me use, that is like the bees and the key comes in this kit. The all the sunflower stuff, all of this comes in this ephemera kit. So, there we go. Just gluing that up. Well, do we want 86 or do we want 98? I think we're going to go 86. 86, y'all. Let's just do that. There we go. And there's like some letters on there, but there's I don't know. They're like foreign looking letters, so there's no rhyme or reason really. Okay. So there's that one. I'll probably put a hole right there and add something to it. The back is blank. I may add something to that. But as of right now, this is what we're going to do. So I'll set that aside. This tag here, I want to make into a journaling spot. So I grabbed this lined paper here. I'm going to cut this there, cut that off. And then I want to cut off the rounded corners of this. Okay, so those are cut. And then we need to see how long we want this to be, because we don't want it to there we go. So I need to cut basically at this line right there. Let's get that squared back up. Well, cut that line off. Get rid of those. Okay. Now, what I want to do is this, I want to be a little booklet that they can just, flip up and down. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bead of glue at the top here. And let's try, I'm going to try real hard to get it squared away. Okay, there we go. Put that down, and then another little bead of glue. The next one down. Trying to line everything up real nice. Back one down. Do it again. And we're just going to do that with all of 4 of these pages. Well, hello, Amy. How are you tonight? What's going on in your world? We're just crafting and chatting tonight. I'm just working with one of my prints, getting some junk journaling done. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, like that. Now, what I probably want to do, yeah, I like that idea, is I want to, finish this top off. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of that washi tape I've been using. I want a little bit to go over one of the edges. And then, there we go. Okay. So let me get this off the edge here because it's weird. And okay. So I'm going to go a little bit over the edge right here and then over the top with some glue because we want the washi tape to stay in place. I don't know, Amy. That is weird. I've never seen that. So I don't know, my friend. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to take this washi tape and I'm just going to start it right over here. Go along the whole edge where I glued it. And then I'm going to wrap it around. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue. Oops. Don't bend over. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of glue here on this washi so that it glues itself nicely over here as well. Now I got glue everywhere. Okay. There we go. There we go, my friends. Okay, so that one's ready to go. Okay. And again, I will probably I'll probably add something cute up here. Of course, punch a hole, put a tag. I'll probably put something here. But as of right now, this is pretty good for the starting point. Okay, so let's create our envelope. This envelope here is how it comes. I've already pre-scored it. And so let's fold it. Oh my goodness, y'all. Here we go. We've got a new baby at the Kramer house. Look at this cutie baby. This is like days old baby here. Hello, little tiny. Oh my goodness, look at that little face. Y'all, look at the face. My daughter just brought me in this baby. So sweet. Oh my goodness. Life, I tell you. Okay, there's your baby back. It doesn't even make noise. My goodness. It's like content.
It loves me.
It loves you.
I may also open it up so it's a little tired.
Okay, so we burn ourselves down. Now we're going to do this edge here. Okay. Okay. And then one more. We've got the top that folds down. And we've got our cute little envelope. Let's put that there. That over there. Okay. So now we've got to ink it all up and then glue it all down. Oh, goodness. Okay. Go. Get all of our edges that we just folded inked up. And then we'll glue this together. Welcome in. Thank you for joining tonight. How are you? We are working on the Rustic Sunflower Ephemera kit. I do have that pinned at the bottom and a lot of other prints in the bin. Feel free to check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh my goodness. This is such a fun kit. I just love this kit. Let's see. Let's get those inked up. Okay. And I like to make sure that I'm inking the sides here where everything is going to show. Okay. There we go. Okay, what I think I want to do real fast before we go any further is I think I want to, yeah, that'll be good enough. I think I want to add some hymnal to this page. Ah, well, maybe, hold on, let me see. Maybe this is bigger. I think maybe I'll do this instead. Yeah, this will work better. Okay, we're gonna add in some paper because I did get finally get down to my paper. So we're gonna add some paper to this portion of the envelope. I don't have to go all the way down because it's not going to show. We're going to close that up, but we're just going to throw some there we go. Put some ephemera in there, some paper, make it look a little bit different. Okay. Let's take this and just rip that off. Here we go. Because none of that's going to show. So we'll just get rid of that. Okay. And then I'm going to take my scissors and just quickly trim this away. Okay. There we go. Okay. That moved out of the way. Now I'm going to go back and ink it again because we want to make sure everything's nice and cute and coordinated. There we go. I like doing this kind of stuff just to add something a little bit different. If you do different techniques on different parts of your journal, you're going to be really happy with the results in the end, I think. So I think I just want to add just the slightest hint of ink right there on this crease. Like it's been creased up a couple of times and there we go. Okay. Okay, now I'm ready to glue this together. So just gonna add glue to my tabs. There we go. And close it up. Those tabs in there. Well, hello, the whole 9 yards. How are you, my friend? We are just crafting and chatting today. Hi. Where are you watching from? The whole 9 yards? Ohio. I have a lot of friends and family in Ohio, my friend. That's awesome. How's the weather there? Is it hot and gross? Okay. So we are working with the Rustic Sunflower ephemera kit. And so this one's this is a envelope, part of the journal that I'm working on. made some tags that we're gonna just, these are gonna go inside here. And then that's gonna close. So now I have this side here. I didn't want to completely cover it up. So I think what I want to do is I think I'm just gonna add on a little bit of, maybe we'll go this way. I'm gonna add a little pocket here and some ephemera. And thank you. This set is so cute. The last video I did, the craft and chat with me, we did the rustic sunflower journal kit. And let me think, how do I want to do this? Think. And you guys, if you guys ever miss one of my chat and crafts, you guys can catch it on my YouTube page, Four Hearts ABCs, the same name as I have here on Whatnot. And you can rewatch those. But yeah, it's just really fun making pretty ephemera, y'all. So, okay, what did I decide I wanted to do with this? I think I was going to go like that. And then this piece is going to go and like that, or like that. There we go. That's what it was going to do. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so I'm going to put this down here. And just be kind of mindful. I don't want to cover up my opening. So there we go. Okay. And then this piece, I want to go in and out like that. So I'm going to add this tab. Keep that little edge. Add that tab to it. Move this up just a little bit. Okay. There we go. Get that closed up. So let's. This glue is like making like blueberries or whatever. We don't want those on our project. Okay. There we go. Get some glue up on there. And then I think it really matters which direction it goes. There we go. Just press that down. There we go. And then this could just go anywhere in your journal. And I'll probably, add a little something there to closure real fast. I like the little hook and loop Velcro closures. And I did that on the last piece, the last little envelope I did like this. With the other set, the journaling kit. So this will just match that. If I could get this to unstick, there we go. Okay, let's see. Probably want it as close to center as I could get it. Yeah, that's probably good. And get this piece to let go of its backing. Go. Okay. And then press down. Just like that. Now we have a little closure. Help keep that closed up and secure. Okay. There we go. So this one is now done as well. How cute did this turn out? Okay, so now that we've exposed our paper that I was looking for earlier, let's do a little bit of adding some papers to some things. Okay, so this one I'm going to set aside. This, let's bring back some of these that we were working on before, like this one here. I don't know. I think I want to add some paper to the back of this one. And I don't really need it to be super clean. Let's see if I can find a bigger piece. Well, might be better if I start with a new piece. Here we go. Let's see. What do we want to do, y'all? What do we want to do? Okay, let's just do this. Let's do a hymnal. Let's do a hymnal. Okay. So we're going to grab our ruler. And I'm just going to just kind of tear it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay. Take that one off. Okay. And then probably right there, down at the bottom. Let's see. Just trying to figure out how this ruler goes. There we go. That's better. Hello, how are you, my friend? Okay. So, oh, I do like these little, so I'm going to keep those. But, so I think what I want to do is hold this down. Hopefully I can get it right. There we go. There we go. That's good. Like that. Okay. And then right after the he right there. Try to, my ruler luckily has some lines so I can kind of see where I'm going there. Okay. Good enough. I love it. It looks good. Okay. Let's glue this down. Let's glue it down. Glue. Now you could use a glue stick for this part if you wanted. I don't have a glue stick with me right now, so everything's getting the Fabri-Tac. There we go. And just, okay. There we go. Put this down. I could have inked the edges, but that's okay. Gonna go from one side to the other, go out to the middle, kind of. There we go. And then we'll probably add more to this down the road, but this at least gets the base of this pretty much done. So, okay, so this is done, that's done. Put that in there. That one's finished. Let's put that aside. That one on top of it. Oh my goodness, y'all. I got kind of a mess going on over here. Okay. So this one here, again, it has this interactive piece here, this one here, and this one here. Maybe on this one I'll put something on the back. Let's see what we've got. Let's put one of these. That's pretty good size. It's a good fit. So let's grab this. String bean, y'all. String bean. I don't know. There we go. And then you put that on there. Let's just go to, let's go like right above his head because I think it's kind of weird to cut his head off. That kind of weirds me out a little bit. Poor guy. I don't want to cut his head off. Okay. This one I am going to ink up a little bit. So Ooh, I think I kind of like this side better. This side is the string bean, but this side I kind of like better. It talks about being stubborn. Yeah, that's kind of me right now. Well, I guess how I am. So I am a stubborn soul. Anyone who knows me well would say so. My mom would say, "Why are you so stubborn? Where did you get your stubbornness from? I still have all mine," she would say. Okay, there we go. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, let's ink it up or glue it up and stick her down. So you guys, I'm just adding little bits and pieces onto this kit that I've been working with. This is pinned at the bottom. The rustic sunflower ephemera set. That's what I'm working with today. Um, and I'm just putting on these finishing touches. Make sure my paper is going the right direction. Scoot it over. There we go. There we go. Smooth it down. And I might add a little tag or tab or something to pull that out with down the road. But there we go. So now that goes right in that one. We'll set that aside. See what we want to do to this one. So this has its little tag. I put the lined paper on that side already. So that one's good to go for right now. So we'll put that aside. Grab out this piece. Yeah, I left this one with the tab up because I knew I wanted to put something on the back here. So let's see what we want to put on the back. What do we have? Oh, that's a good fun idea. What if we do like a little pocket? Ooh, I kind of like that idea. Okay, so let's do that. Get myself all confused on what I'm trying to do here. Oh, sit still. I didn't hold it enough. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Probably about there. Okay. And then yeah, let's see. Probably about there. There we go. And then we'll just glue. Well, let's ink it. Let's ink it. And then we'll glue the three sides and make a cute little pocket. Let's see. This is the side I want to do. Ink it up. There we go. And I don't know what ephemera I'm going to put in this, but we'll find something that can go in it down the road. But right now, it's just going to be a cute little piece. Oh, I want to kind of ink this up a little bit more. Since the top's going to be kind of exposed and open. There we go. Okay. So let's do our three sides. Just a bead of glue on those three sides. Okay. Back that on down. Good. And then we could just kind of put little pieces of ephemera or whatever in there down the road. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pink to that and the top. Yeah, that's good. I'll get some glue on that. So I didn't need to leave that up anyways, but that's okay. I'd rather be prepared and do it like that than do it the other way, and then I'm upset with myself for not leaving it exposed. Okay, so that can go in there. That one's done. Let's look at this one here. That over there. This one. We've got a blank thing here. I'm not mad about that, but let's do something with it. Let's add some lines for journaling. It's not a whole big space there, and I don't feel like the journaling lines have to be like pristine or perfect or. I probably don't want. Hold on, let me think this through because I didn't go the right direction with my ink. I don't want to stamp my tab. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go. So cute. Okay. So now that has a little bit of journaling spot on it. Goes right in there. I don't know why this is like sticking. There we go. That just goes right in there. That one's done. Move on to this one. I'm probably going to just leave these the way they are for right now and wait to see what I add to the journal before I make a decision on this one. Okay, so this one here, let's see what we do. Let's see. So they're both blank, but I wanted to add paper here. So this one's going to stay blank. This one I want to add paper to it. So let's put another hymnal piece. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Instead of that, well, let me think. Yeah, we'll put a hymnal paper with it, but we're just trying to look at what hymnals I have available. Okay. Where's my ruler? This ruler is working out really nice for this. Just to rip that off and okay. So I'm gonna go like so. Then we could go right over that. Right over that. Line up my line on the ruler with the paper. There we go. Hello, welcome in. How is everyone today? Okay. I like it. This is good. Okay. I do love these. I don't want to get rid of those. So I'm going to go right up against that. Right up against that for my edge piece. Okay. And then it looks like we're going to just about the child right there. Just about there. And again, just trying to line up my lines to get it as close to straight as I can. Okay. So I'm going to erase the word paper that I wrote on there as a reminder that I wanted to put paper on this stuff. Okay. There we go. Now, because I'm going to do the corners, you know, have the corners, I'm not going to do the paper. I'm actually going to do this because I pretty much am going to cover the whole thing. And I wrote in pencil on that just as a reminder. It probably would not have shown through, but just in case, you know, erase it. And, okay. That's pretty good. Looks pretty lined up. Nice. Smooth out your edges. Yeah. And then I'll probably just, you know, even though I like the ripped look, oh, I don't know if I could do it with this though. Let's see. I might be good enough. I might. It might work. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, that works. Okay. That works. A little bit of glue on my thing here. That worked just fine. Well, maybe. There we go. Little bits at a time. Close enough. Close enough. And then now I'm going to go in and ink it. And get it looking all rustic and cutesy. Well, and of course, I'm going to be adding elements and all kinds of things to this. I'll punch a hole in the top and add a ribbon or something. But my idea was to get the base done, the basics done, and mostly planned out. This is probably dry, but I just like to give it a little extra. So there we go. That one's done. So let's set that aside. We'll go on to this one here. See if there's anything we want to add to these. Just love this. So good. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to leave this one as is. But I think I'm going to add a little something to the back of this one. Maybe we're going to add this guy on there, you know, this dapper fella. Nah. I don't know. He's throwing me off. He's throwing me off, y'all. He's not the guy today. There we go. Maybe this is better. That's not bad. Oh, that's better. I like that. Okay. I like this bottom part. We'll use this. And then I want to rip a little, like just a little bit off this edge because it's too perfect for what I want to do. So we'll rip that off. And then this is like all cattywampus, which is totally fine. And then I want to go below that little marker right there. So I think I'm going to go, there we go. We'll go right here. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll look just fine. Hello. And not that side. And these, you guys, some of these dictionary pages and hymnal sheets and stuff, some of this is like already cut apart. And so I'm using some of these are just like leftovers or scraps that from another project that I've done or whatever. So use up your scraps if you can, for sure. Okay, it's pretty good. And then again, because this is going to be exposed up here, got glue on that. Just going to kind of give it more ink than it had previously. Rustic it up, give it something a little extra. Okay. All right. Now, add our glue. And I am going to glue down this whole piece. I'm not going to make a pocket out of it. It could be a pocket, but I don't want to keep doing the same techniques over and over and over again in this journal. I want every piece to be a little bit different, a little unique. Okay. Let's get that down. There we go. I like it. It's good. Okay. Just kind of. There we go. I like that. Ooh, that must be where some glue is. Good spot for embellishing. Okay. So this piece is going to go in there, and then that piece goes in behind it. That one's done. Here we go. Our next one. So this is this double pocket here. We have the blank here. We have this little journaling spot here. I think I'm actually going to leave this one because I have an idea of what I want to do to the back side with what I add with the sunflower kit. So I'm going to leave that one blank. So that one's basically done for right now. Again, I will be inking all the pages and stuff when I get closer to assembling my my pieces. So this side, I will add something to it once I just get to that stage. But here's what we did earlier today. This little pocket slides out here. So cute. Probably just a journaling spot right there. And then this one here with the little pieces. I will probably be just punching holes and adding some ribbon there. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do here down the road. Super good. And then I added that washi tape for my oopsies. Okay. This one. Okay. So this is, I already did the stamping on this one. I do, though, I'm looking at it, I do want to add some more inking to it. It's too clean. It's too clean, too good. Go. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for joining today. How are you? There we go. I kind of like that. Okay. So this one this page for the most part is going to be done just with that little. I might, of course, add some embellishments to my ticket down the road, but for right now, this piece is pretty much done. It's ready to be journaled, and this is ready to have journaling added. Love it. Okay, this next one, just a tag. Again, I want to add paper, but I want to change it up a little bit. I'm going to add a different kind of paper than what I've already been using. And I had some coordinating paper that I found. It's just scrapbook paper and, thin, really nice. So I'm going to actually put that on the back of this here. So what I think I want to do is I think I'm actually going to let me see. What do I want to do? I want to put a pencil mark around it. And then probably just going to rip it right just on the other side of that pencil mark. So the pencil mark is here. I think I'm just going to slide it just the slightest bit over and then just tear. Let's hold the paper in place. Oh my goodness. Okay. Put this piece aside. And then we have our line right here. So go right there to that line and then just rip that off. And then I want to get just the tiniest bit off the bottom. That kind of worked. Kind of worked. Let's see. See if I can't do just a smidge more on this corner. Nope, it's just not going to do it. Okay, and then I want to do this edge right here. Maybe. See if I can hold it in place and do it. Let's see. Okay, we did it. Okay. So now we can glue that down. I don't think it's going to show through, but just for good measure, we'll just erase that off. Get rid of that. And then I'm just going to put glue all over the whole thing again. I'm going to make sure my edges are good. Right up against the edge. There we go. All right. And then I don't think this is like really directional paper at all, so I don't think it really matters. Perfect. Smooth that down. Now, if you had like a brayer, you could use a brayer on this, but I don't think it really matters. So, okay, and then I still have those lines there, but I'm actually gonna try. I don't know. Maybe I'll go on this side. I have it a little bit too high over there. That's okay. I think it'll be fine. I think I'm going to just trim with my scissors. I think that'll probably just work just fine. Maybe. There we go. Now we got it. Oops. Okay. So let's ink it up and then this part will be done. Again, there are 12 pages to this print, and it just makes so much stuff. You really could do just one whole journal with just this. I mean, there's so much here. But I did the rustic sunflower journaling kit last time. This one is the ephemera kit. And then I think next time I get on, I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do the pages and get more journaling pieces together for that. And then I'll probably go into what I'm going to, the next print set that I'm going to be putting it with. Okay, so then there's this one here. I did the stenciling on that one. So that one's pretty much ready to go. Let's see. We have this one. This is the one I added that little booklet to. So that one's ready to go. There we go. And then we had this one, which was the first one we did. And we had that little pocket there. And then I took this coffee filter and inked up the edges. And then this one is just going to tuck right in there. And that's pretty much ready to go. I'm going to put like um, little pieces of ephemera and stuff in there. Like here's just a little, but like that, just like little pieces can tuck in there and stuff. So that's what, you know what, these actually I have a different plan for, but this is kind of a good example of what could go in these. So just kind of something kind of like that, you know. So you guys, so we made all of this with some extra paper here and one kit. So this is all been made with that ephemera kit. There's 12 sheets. It's pretty outstanding. I think the only thing we have left did not get used yet, besides those little tickets that I was just showing you. That I'm actually thinking about using in a different way. But these I didn't use yet. And then I have these 3 belly bands or bookmarks or whatever. I did not use these yet. Other than that, everything else was used in this. I just need to add, um, a few little bits of, ribbon and such to it. Otherwise, this kit is pretty much done. When you add it to the oops, I just dropped a couple pieces. But when you add it to what I did on the last create and chat with me with this set, this is, I mean, it's really stacking up to be a really nice setup for a junk journal that's going to be just amazing, right? Um, I'll probably put some paper or something here. Um, this little envelope is ready to go. That's super cute. I'll probably put a little tag there. And then this one folds out. And again, I put some journaling and so just repeating the same elements, makes it cohesive and nice. But so yeah, you guys, we're getting there. We're getting there. This is such an amazing kit, and I thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out tonight. We're gonna call it a night. So let's go ahead and raid into a friend. Let's see who's on tonight. And I will see you guys on the next show. Thank you guys so very much. I appreciate you. Let's go see who's on. Who is crafting tonight? Okay, let's see. Oh, let's go into let's go see the thrifted thread. They're doing some journaling. Let's see what they've got going on. Bye guys. Thanks so much.